All right, welcome to the Wolfpack Man YouTube channel. Old Man, Old Packs. We're kind of Lionsed out today. Got the Tommy Hilfiger Detroit Lions obnoxious shirt on today. So Old Packs, definitely 1996 Pinnacle. See, it says Pinnacle. Well, it says Pinnacle on the front too. Pinnacle Score. Hobby packs, 10 cards in each. Junior Seau, obviously, right there on the front. Super excited to be opening that. 275 cards in that set. 54 are Hall of Famers. Emmitt Smith, Marino, Jim Kelly, Michael Irvin, Elway, Deion, Jerry Rice, Thurman Thomas, and of course Barry Sanders. There's also 32 rookies, including a couple Hall of Famers, Marvin Harrison and Jonathan Ogden. But before I get to those two packs, I wanted to thank the Detroit Lions for the greatest couple of seasons of my lifetime, and I need to put it in perspective. I was born in 1961, which was just a few years after Bobby Layne cursed the Detroit Lions for trading them. They won the championship in 1957, and my dad was a helicopter pilot for the Army. I told you guys this. So when I was 18, I had moved 18 times. So I lived all over the country, but I was always a Lions fan, mainly because my Grampa Johnson was a huge Lions fan, and so I was a Lions fan. It made me feel like I had a bond with my family in Michigan. So Bobby Layne, speaking of being a Lions fan, check out all these Bobby Layne. There's a jersey card. I'm Bobby Layne. My grandpa loved Bobby Layne. I love Bobby Layne. Here's another cool jersey card. A couple more. Look, I got 3 jersey, and even a Bobby Layne autograph that Beckett authenticated. So Bobby Layne, man, he was, that curse was real. In the 1960s, the Lions had 5. So my first 10 years on the planet, the Lions had 5 winning seasons and no playoff appearances. After winning 2 NFL championships in the 50s. In the 1970s, the Lions had 3 winning seasons and win 1 playoff appearance. They went 0-1. So by the time I was 20, the Lions were 0-1 in the playoffs in my lifetime. Then came the 1980s. The Lions had 1 winning season. They made it to the playoffs twice. Don't ask me how they did that. Even they went with a losing record. They made it to the playoffs. Both first round exits. So I'm 30 years old. The Lions have had 9 winning seasons and are 0-3 in the playoffs. Then Barry Sanders came along. The Barry Sanders decade, and the Lions during the 90s had 5 winning seasons and played 6 playoff appearances. And during the 6 playoff appearances, they went 1-6. But so I'm 40 and their playoff record is 1-9, and I'm 40 years old. And then the 2000s. They had 1 winning season and no playoffs. So you do the math. It's not hard. I'm 50. But then we got this player named Calvin. And I forgot. Sorry, I was going to throw these out during the Barry. When I was talking about Barry, I was going to put these Barry cards out. So sorry, I forgot to do that. Then we had the Megatron and Matthew Stafford era, and I have a Matthew Stafford rookie somewhere, but I didn't find it. But Megatron and Matthew Stafford brought 4, even though they were so good, still 4 winning seasons and 3 first round exits from the playoffs. So I'm 60 years old, and in my entire life, the Lions have had 15 winning seasons and 1 playoff win against 13 playoff losses. So I just wanted to do that to put their accomplishments the last 2 years into perspective. The bar was set pretty darn low thanks to the Bobby Layne curse of my lifetime. But the last 2 years, honestly, I can't put these 2 seasons in perspective. I can thank this guy. I've got to thank Dan Campbell for sure, but I'm also going to thank Jamar Gibbs when he was drafted on a lark. I picked up this card. It's one of number, 42 of 71 made. So Jamar and the Dan Campbell and Goff and Anzalone and the whole gang, man, they have made the last 2 years so much fun. If my grandpa was still alive, I promise you, because he went to his grave talking about that 57 NFL championship, and he loved Barry Sanders too. He really hoped Barry was going to get us more playoff wins than just the one. But the bottom line is the last 2 years have been a real treat for this Lions fan, and so thank you, Detroit Lions. And now let's see what we have here. It would be nice to pull a Barry card out of here, but instead we're gonna go Neil O'Donnell, and that's okay too. So I got to talk about my Lions. I'm a happy camper, and these are, I don't know where I got these. These are a little bricked. I'm a little worried about that. That one was bad. We'll see how the rest go. So there's a Neil O'Donnell second effort card. And that's what the front looks like. Oh, that looks like he's a Detroit Lions rushing in on him. So the first card kind of has Detroit Lion connotations. Here's a Danny Cannell rookie card. And you get his college picture. Here's a Michael Irvin. Got the nose, the breathe right. And yeah, see, these are, unfortunately, well, the front doesn't look bad, but the back got a little bit of chewing, a little bit of breaking. Flipper Anderson for the Colts. Interesting card. Henry Ellard. Wow, look at his career, man. Went all the way back to 83. And again, this is 96 right now. Yeah, it's too bad these are bricked. And there's Jim Kelly, Hall of Famer Jim Kelly. That's a cool card. Orlando Thomas. God, that's so painful. Keenan McCardle. It's not. Well, that's leaving. It's not. I'm not seeing anything on the fronts, but a little bit on the backs. Shane Case. I guess if I had to choose, I would choose it that way. And the last card, Joey Galloway. Oh, that's a neat card. Oh, interesting that they posed it like that. So, if that one's bricked, boy, I tell you, then that probably means this one's bricked too, unfortunately. Oh, well. Today's not so much about the cards. It is about the joy of being a Lions fan. Brett Favre. Talk about a Lion killer. And of course, oh, this is bricked bad. Yep, that one's crushed. Sorry, Brett. You just got crushed. Boy, I hope I don't get a Hall of Fame rookie, and this would suck. There's Daryl Gardner. Beat up. Bill Brooks. Interesting card. Oh, Chris Warren. Yeah, for a second I thought I had Barry sighting for a second. Just similar colored uniform. Tony Boselli. And wow, that one actually escaped bricking, so that kind of lucked out. Mario Bates. Eric Moulds, rookie. I like the rookie cards where they're in their college uniforms. I just like those. Andre Coleman. What is he doing? That's kind of funny. Roosevelt Potts. And then there's Roosevelt Potts. And the last card is Russell Maryland for the Raiders. Even though it says he's got a Cowboys here, but it's Raiders on the back, so he must have just got traded. So that's kind of funny. So there you go. Took you through 63 years of Detroit Lions. My love-hate relationship with the Detroit Lions. It's mostly been love, but nobody likes to lose, but it's mostly been love. And my thanks to to Bobby Layne for the curse, because it just makes it all the more sweeter what we've been able to accomplish the last couple of years. Peace and pickleball, peace and pickleball. Thanks everybody for tuning in to my to this kind of bizarre episode.